Hello once again, Shaker Heights Varsity hockey fans, and welcome here to Meadville, Pennsylvania. Your Shaker Heights Red Raiders are getting set to face off against the Medina Battling Bees in each of these two teams' first game of this Meadville hockey tournament. 3 games are set for each team. Shaker is starting off, of course, against the Medina Bees. Then tomorrow they will play 2 games. They will start against the hosts of the tournament, Meadville, and then they will go on to play Bethel Park. All 3 of those teams are teams that Shaker played last year in this same tournament. Shaker last year started with Bethel Park. They lost 5-2. They tied against Meadville 3-3, and then they beat Medina 2-1 to end that regular start to the tournament. They went on to play Dayton Stealth in a consolation game. They lost that 9-1, though it didn't exactly mean much to it, as it wasn't for a semifinal or championship position. 100 seconds left to go in Red Raider warm-ups. The Red Raiders in their white and red uniforms. Medina, the club hockey team, in their white buckets and green uniforms. Should be a lovely game. Both 2 Ohio teams. There's only 3 Ohio teams in this Pennsylvania-hosted tournament. That is Shaker, that is Medina, that is Findlay. The only 2 schools in OHSAA are Findlay and Shaker. Shaker entering into today 12th in the state rankings. Findlay is entering in as 7th. Medina's all the way back at 28. Both teams taking their last reps, circling around their respective net, taking the shots at the empty net. We know we are going to get set with Nico Daenerys as the starter in the crease. He has been doing phenomenally as the starter of late. He did come in on a bit of that game against US just last weekend, and it was a rough show for both goaltenders. It was Nico Daenerys and Michael Better. Better did get the start. However, Michael Better was subbed out for Nico to come in. Nico gave up 2 more, so they just threw Michael Better back in to get a little bit more experience. It was an ugly game for the Red Raiders, and before that game, they lost as well to Gilmore Academy. So currently, they are sitting at 1-2 in the GLHL rankings. But this tournament means nothing to those GLHL rankings. We are here for some good old Pennsylvania tournament play. The Red Raiders got set. Their bus left Thornton Park, the home of the Red Raiders, at 3:30. And they arrived here just moments ago to get dressed against these battling bees. We'll see who comes out on top. 15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 1. Your Red Raiders around their net, sticks up in the air. They are getting set for a great game of hockey. They traveled all this way. It'd be a shame to lose their first game. That won't help your momentum. So with Nico Daenerys getting the start, it is most likely that Michael Better will be getting the start tomorrow morning in that game against Meadville, and Nico will be returning to the crease in the second game of tomorrow's slate, and that would be against Bethel Park. Looks like we're having a different look on the first line. We're going to have Sammy Gerber, Ryan Lenahan, and Will Brokaw on that first line of defense. We're going to go with the familiar look of the partnership, Cole Richard and Quentin Garnett. It looks like we are getting just about set. Ryan Lenahan taking the opening draw, and he will lose it against Jenkins, number 37. And this club team is off to the races. A quick start for this team in green. We'll see what they can get done if they can take an early lead. Shaker clears it out. They're looking over to Sammy Gerber. Can't move it forward with efficiency, but with the help of Will Brokaw, the Red Raiders will move it in to their forward zone. Quentin Garnett looking to keep it in at the point with the help of Sammy Gerber. He'll flip it back into the corner to the right side of the goaltender. Wrapped back around by Ryan Lenahan. He was more than likely looking to get it back to that point to Garnett. Garnett got nothing going. Along the boards, battle for puck possession. Shaker ends up getting it back. Garnett wraps it around the boards. He'll hop off for a change with two of his teammates. Sammy Gerber looks like he's heading to the bench as well. Ryan Lenahan follows suit. Whole new set of 5 out for the Red Raiders. Kalergis sends it up. Joey Moore off the backhand, dumps it in to the offensive zone. It's Joey Moore, it's Connor Mayhew out there as well as Ryan Kiltz. 2 juniors and a sophomore. The only sophomore on this team is that Connor Mayhew. And typically we'll see him on that first line of offense. Today a different story as they subbed in Ryan Lenahan for that starting spot. The defensive pairing now, Ian Hunter and Kalergis. Ian Hunter was moved up to the forward position these last couple of games, but today he's back in as a defenseman. The 2 senior assistant captains are back together. We'll see what they can do in helping out their goaltender. They're not much help, as it was number 23, I believe, almost getting a great shot away, or 22, Porter, getting a great chance off the defensive turnover. Here's another turnover for me, and Porter takes another shot, and it'll go wide. Now all the way up to Connor Mayhew. If he gets a poke, he's off to the races, and he will. He's up the left wing, looking to center it over, and he can't find Aiden Salmon. It's currently Mayhew, Moore, and Salmon, the forward trio. Here's a centering pass to Salmon. Couldn't get a good shot away. Now the defensive pairing is McGinnis and Benincasa. Benincasa has been doing great of late. He laid some big hits in that rivalry game against University School last weekend. On Sunday, however, Shaker ended up losing the game 8-2. It was a rough look against the number 2 team in the state. Now here, Benincasa sends it up to Rich. Rich can't move it forward. It's blocked by a skate of the men in green. Back to McGinnis it goes. He was looking to send it up to his co-freshman, Colin Arth. It's out of his reach. We will get a hand raise and the whistle and the icing call. We will send the puck all the way back to that Red Raider zone after the icing. Face-off will be to the left side of Nico Daenerys, our right side. Both first lines are back out. That means Ryan Lenahan is in to take the face-off. He's up against number 14 of the Battling Bees. Sammy Gerber looking to go cross ice. Can't do it at first as Albright was in the lane. But eventually he will get it over to the freshman, Cole Richard. Back up to the point. Brokaw was looking for a nice toe drag move, perhaps into a shot, but instead he collides with Lenahan. Now Lenahan to a centering pass to Brokaw, and eventually it bounces over to Sammy Gerber, and he will bury it in for the game's first goal. Only 3 minutes into this one, Shaker takes the early lead in their opening game in the Meadville tournament. They are up 1-0 against the Medina Battling Bees. Good start for this first line, and different look once again as Connor Mayhew has moved down to that second line. Ryan Lenahan has been elevated up to the first line. But now we will get a look at that second line. Mayhew in to take the face-off. Joey Moore to his left. Kiltz is over to his right. Ian Hunter off the draw, dumps this one in to the offensive zone. Kiltz is there into the corner. He's the man tasked with tracking it down, but eventually Medina kicks it out. Here's a good 2-on-1 rush developing, but a centering pass, and Ryan Kiltz is the only man there in white and red. Over to 71, centering pass, and Connor Mayhew's in the lane. He'll dump this one down. Will it go for it? Icing? Yes, it will. We get the whistle. Tabora, great chance for Medina, creating a great opportunity to tie this one up quickly. Only 29 seconds since that goal was scored by the Red Raiders. We'll see, can Medina respond? Once again, it was a low scoring but a great game affair between these two teams last year. 2-1 was the final. The Red Raiders coming out with it. Here's a good bounce over to Aiden Salmon. He skates it up the right wing. Centering pass to Arth. Doesn't reach it. Aiden Salmon back to it along the boards. He's up against number 51 of the Bees, and now a center will go nowhere except for a jersey of green. He'll dump this one off the glass. He'll find Jenkins down the ice, but playing the body was Andy Benincasa. He'll glide right into him, taking him off the play. Good play by number 14 of the Red Raiders. Now here's a shot looking for a rebound. It was Jenkins. And he can't touch it up after the high stick, so he waits for McGinnis to try and clear it out. It doesn't work. Number 5 to 71 Tabora. And that shot just a bit too high. Back to Benincasa will go. He'll dump it down the ice, and it'll end up left of the net. And that'll be once again another icing. 10:39 left to go in this first period of play. The Red Raiders up early in this game. 1-0 is your score. Off the face-off, it'll be Ryan Lenahan poking it forward. Now he's the man to chase it with Sammy Gerber over to his left. Oh, a bad clearing attempt will end up on the skate of Ryan Lenahan, but he can't find the good opportunity to center it back. Bad turnover by Medina. We'll go back to Will Brokaw. Brokaw dumps this one in, but he can't stick with it long enough. All the way back to the neutral zone. Brokaw goes cross ice. He was looking over to the captain, Sammy Gerber, but a good poke ends the threat. Shaker really playing with force here in these early minutes. They do find a way to dump it in. And around the boards we go. Can Gerber keep it inside the blue line? He cannot. He dumps this one back in. And this is going to be offsides. I believe Lenahan touched it up a bit too early. Bit too anxious on the rush forward. Taking this face-off is going to be Mayhew. He's out with that second line of offense. Once again, the second line of defense follows. Dumping it in. Off the draw was Ian Hunter. Can he keep it inside of the blue line here? He doesn't need to. It's wrapped back around into the corner. Medina looking to dump it out, and eventually they do. Kaler just dumps it right back where it came from. Delayed offsides. The Red Raiders touch up in the neutral zone. Another clearing attempt will fall short of its goal. Kilt, Mayhew, and Moore. Once again, that forward trio. Clearing attempt goes nowhere. Hunter will take a shot, and that was a good shot from Ian Hunter. Looking for the tip out in front of it was Ryan Kiltz. He can't bury it home, and it's a good save by that Medina Bees goaltender. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here from here from Meadville, Pennsylvania. Medina, the very first opponent for these Red Raiders. We'll see if they can get the job done. The minimum amount of games a team is going to play in this tournament is 4. It's 5 if you make it to the semifinals and win those semifinals. Here behind the net, I believe that is Salmon, and yes it is. He's looking to center it over. No one is home. For the moment, the line is Salmon, Rich, and Arth. And great job by Arth to keep it inside. And at the corner, he'll take a low percentage shot, and it's an easy save for the goaltender in green. And as we get 50 Cent playing in the arena, we take a breather. 9 minutes left to go in this first period of play. Thank you very much for joining us. Ryan Lenahan taking the face-off. Brokaw over to his left, and he was the man looking to make the play on it, but he's tripped up without a call. Looked like he just fell down off of coincidental contact. And eventually an unlucky bounce for the goaltender will make its way over into his crease, and he will lay the leather down, covering it up for the faceoff. Sammy Gerber now taking this faceoff to his right. It'll be Ryan Lenahan. Normally it's the other way around. Off the faceoff, Garnett takes a shot. He was looking to go 5-hole, but in the butterfly position, the goaltender goes, making the save, sending it into the corner. Medina takes the opportunity on the clearing attempt. It'll get it past the stick of Sammy Gerber. Another shot, this time from number 11, Selena. Can't bury it home. And around the boards we go to Will Brokaw. He'll go all the way down the ice, cross side to Sammy Gerber. He was looking to center it over to the defenseman, Quentin Garnett. He can't get it there. Brokaw shot. It'll hit the stick of the Medina goaltender. Can Medina clear it out? They are really struggling these past couple of minutes ever since the Red Raiders got that early goal. Medina's just really struggling to get something done. And if this is touched up, it will be played with a high stick, and there is the whistle. As the captain of this Medina club team did touch up. Not sure he exactly knew what would be the repercussion. Jenkins taking this face off against your very own Connor Mayhew. The sophomore loses it to Jenkins. And behind the net, it'll fall to number 66, Zachary Snellings. Back into the corner we go. Kalergis looks to dump it back into the corner, and it will hit a stick on the way. That was Tabora in the lane. But it will find its way there. Another clearing attempt can't get its way past the neutral zone. The Red Raiders take it all the way back. Connor Mayhew looking for a good chance. Taking a shot. That won't go. Now to Joey Moore it lands. Nothing doing. Ryan Kiltz dumps it back to Hunter. Hunter all the way cross ice to Kalergis, point to point. And it takes an awkward bounce. An awkward pass from Ian Hunter. Kalergis could not keep it in. Off of the bounce. 7:15 left to go in period number 1. We play on. Around the boards we go. Tabora looking for a good centering pass. Nothing doing as a good poke from Connor Mayhew. Here's a good chance for Joey Moore taking a shot. Rebound, give it up. It's still loose, and no secondary shot can find its way into the crease. Up to 37, Jenkins. He's up against Teddy McGinnis. McGinnis wins the battle there, and he'll dump it down the ice. Will this be an icing? It will not be. It's waved off. 6:46 left to go in this first period of play. Medina moving it up. He was looking to send it up to 71 Tabora. He has been out there for a long while. We'll see if he gets a change coming somewhat soon. Petito keeps it inside of the point. Looking to get a good shot away. He can't just yet, so we'll wrap it around the board. 6.5 to go in this first period of play. It'll fall back to the stick of Connor Mayhew. And now here's a good chance for Joey Moore if he's got the speed. Oh, number 23 just got in his way. Would have been a great chance for a breakaway for number 24 of your Red Raiders, but Joey Moore just didn't have enough of the speed. Cross ice. We'll go to Will Brokaw. Brokaw back where it came from to Quentin Garnett. He was looking to go all the way down the ice to Connor Mayhew. He didn't know it was coming for him. He was going off for a change. And with 6 minutes, we're going to get another icing on the Red Raiders. Ryan Lenahan back out with that first line of offense for the Red Raiders. And he will win the draw back to his defenseman, Quentin Garnett. Now here's a good chance for the Red Raiders. Once again, it's Sammy Gerber and Ryan Lenahan. Sammy Gerber takes the shot. Instead of passing it over to Ryan Lenahan, he ripped the shot, perhaps looking for a rebound to go over to Ryan Lenahan, but a good save sends it along the boards, and Medina takes the opportunity to clear it out. Awkward bounce finds its way over to Nico Daenerys. He'll send it into the corner for his Red Raiders to get another rush the other way. Sammy Gerber, stick handling, taking a shot, and a good kick save sends it behind the net of the goaltender. Medina back the other way. Bad turnover to Sammy Gerber. Gerber was looking to send it up to Ryan Lenahan. Another shot. Rebound chance for Ryan Lenahan. He can't bury it home. It'll reach out to Freedom. Brokaw centers it over to Sammy Gerber. He can't get a good shot away either. And here's an icing, not on the Red Raiders this time. This time it's over on the other side by that green team of the Medina Bees. So we'll get the face-off over to the right side of that Bees goaltender. Second line of offense is back out. That means Connor Mayhew's out to take the face-off. And with the help of Joey Moore, Shaker will get it into their possession. Moore holds it behind the net of the goaltender. Moore bumped off the play. Now he's playing a physical game with number 66. Center and pass. Can't get a good shot away. Over to Kalergis. Kalergis dumps it back into the corner. Kills. Up to the point. Ian Hunter, he was looking for a one-timer, and it goes wide off to the right side. Rough look for number 2. Into the corner. Battle for puck possession, and eventually it's Tabora. Tabora turns it back over to Mayhew. Mayhew can't keep it on his stick. And number 61 moving it forward, or 51. He's bumped off the play. Kalergis off the boards. He was looking to send it up to that sophomore, Connor Mayhew. It's out of his reach. Once again, another Red Raider icing. .425 left to go in this first period of action. Thank you very much for joining us from Meadville, Pennsylvania. The Red Raiders are winning this one 1-0. Lenahan taking another face-off for this Red Raider squad. And he will win it back. Teddy McGinnis unable to clear it out. The Bees keep it in. but off the boards. Lenahan will send it up to Sammy Gerber. And now this will be offsides. Brokaw needs to touch up in the neutral zone. Now Lenahan a bit too ambitious. He is very much offsides. And so he touches up. Not exactly sure what the game plan was there for 2-6. Lenahan will be taking the face off here and cannot win it. It'll find its way back to the center man. And Teddy McGinnis falls down to the ice on his own doing. Luckily, it appeared to be just offsides, I believe, unless it was a hand pass. And we will get the face off outside of the Red Raider defensive zone, outside of that blue line. Dumping it in is going to be number 39, Syriac. And around the boards, it'll find its way to Hannah. Hannah Benincasa. That's the defensive pairing at the moment with 3.5 left to go in the first period of play. Benincasa looking to move it up to Brokaw. Pass won't connect. There's a B right in the way. Benincasa is just going to hold this one up against the boards until he's confident in clearing this one down. And will this be on net? It will not be. That'll go as an icing. We'll get a third line look here as it's going to be Juan, Salmon, and Arth. Arth the man to take the face off. And it'll be the men in green winning the face-off. Thompson ripped a shot from the point. It will go wide off to the left side. Another shot from Thompson. Rebound given up. Secondary chance, and no good. Shot will go away. Both rebound chances were whiffed on. Back up. They're looking over to 22. 22, the centering man, looking for a shot, and that'll escape him. Now Salmon goes cross ice to Sebi Juan. Good extension to collect the pass. He'll drop it off to the other freshman. That's Colin Arth. Colin Arth skating behind the net of the goaltender. Good moves from him. He was looking to find a lane to pass it back to the slot. But instead of Medina's stick will be in the lane, they'll send it down the ice. Albright, whether or not he won the race there at high school hockey, that will be an icing no matter what. And so your Red Raider is going to get some changes. The men in green follow suit. 2:33 to go in this first period of play. Mayhew taking this face off. Moore to his right. Kiltz to his left. The defensive pairing, Kalergis and Hunter. Face off won by Mayhew, and a shot right off the face off from Moore. And a good glove save by the goaltender. Number 1 of these Medina Bees. That's Andres Borgia. Face-off stayed at the face-off dot. That just shows how both of the centers were only playing the man, not the puck. Here Medina dumps it in. It's Tabora. He was looking for number 51 to win the race there, Weber. But he can't do so. Back to Shaker possession. A lot of back and forth in possession between these two teams early on in this game. 2 minutes left to go. We play on. We're yet to get a whistle. Kiltz can't keep up with it. It's behind the net of the Red Raider offensive zone. Joey Moore steals it, dumps it right back into that Medina zone. They carry it out. Connor Mayhew creates a turnover. Yeah, he's bumped by Greiser. Over to Moore in the neutral zone. He'll dump it right back into that Medina zone. Medina sends it right back out. This is what I mean, back and forth. Quentin Garnett, cross ice to Brokaw. Brokaw sends a pass right to himself along the boards, and there's a man in the lane, can't keep with it. Another cross ice pass. The first line of defense is out. The line of defense currently is Mayhew, Gerber, and Brokaw, as Mayhew is yet to grab a change. Mayhew centering it back. He was looking to send it to Garnett. Here's another shot, and that is tipped and up into the netting and out of play. We get the whistle 65 seconds left to go in this first period of play. Thank you very much for joining us. We have some lovely Friday night hockey here from Pennsylvania. First line remains out. However, Lenahan will take his spot at the faceoff dot. And it'll be won this time by the green team, the Medina Bees. Brokaw holds it behind the net. He'll get it over to Sammy Gerber. Can't stick with it along the boards. Back to Sammy Gerber. Gerber looking to center it over to Brokaw. Take a backhand chance. Rebound was given up, but the Bee flies in to make the play on it first. So back to the neutral zone we go. Gerber dumps it in. Eventually they touch onside in the neutral zone. 30 seconds left to go. We'll see if either team can get a good bounce. And oh, there's a great bounce. Took an awkward bounce, I believe, off of Will Brokaw. And great opportunity for Ryan Lenahan to get an easy bury into the back of the net. What an awkward little fluke play for the Red Raiders. And they will take the lead 2-0 now before we head into the first intermission. This face off, won by Medina. Tried to move it forward, nothing doing. Shaker takes it right back. Slap shot from Sammy Gerber all the way from the neutral zone. Number 12, Albright, holds it for Medina, off the board. He gets it up to 71 to Bora, Over to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to center it back. Nothing doing. Brokaw holds it. Brokaw up to Lenahan. He's got to rip a shot now or never. And it is never as we get the horn. And that is the end of period number 1. Now we will get some ice cuts after the second period of play. This first intermission, or excuse me, we will get ice cuts this intermission, not the next intermission. And so we are going to take an elongated break for this one. When we come back, it'll just be about 30 minutes of straight ice hockey to determine the outcome of this one. But for now, the Red Raiders lead this one through 15 by a score of 2-0. Our first goal, a great one by the Red Raiders. The second one, a fluky one with only a couple seconds left in the period. We'll describe it more in detail when we come back. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Shaker up 2-0 to begin their Meadville, Pennsylvania tournament run. And welcome back, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, to what feels like the coldest place on planet Earth, the Meadville Recreational Center here in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Your Red Raiders are getting set for periods 2 and actually periods number 3 before we head off to another break. We don't have ice cuts after this second period, so we're just going to have 30 straight minutes of hockey. Of course, there will be about a 2-minute break between those two periods, but not much to speak of other than that. Nico Daenerys having a good start in goal. He is holding on to a 2-0 lead. We are set for period number 2, 15 minutes up on the clock, symbolizing the start of period number 2. Our first goal scored by Sammy Gerber. Our second goal was scored by Ryan Lenahan. It was a bit more of a fluky show on that second goal, but a goal is a goal, and the Red Raiders will take it with much glee. Face-off is won by Medina, and immediately they try to get to work, but they haven't really been able to get much going past the neutral zone there. A bad pass from Quentin Garnett will immediately result in an icing. We had plenty of those from the Red Raiders side in that first period. And here is another one, so the face-off will be to the left side of Nico Daenerys. Taking the face-off will be Ryan Lenahan. For the men in green, it's going to be Jenkins. Face-off won by Medina, and a shot off the draw will find its way into the corner. Is very much wide. Now Greaser to Jenkins, centering it, and a good shot from Jenkins, and a good glove save by Nico Daenerys. This one remains a 2-0 score. Your Red Raiders are on top. Ryan Lenahan taking the face-off once again against Jenkins. Face-off this time won once again by Medina. Here's a shot from Thompson, all the way from the blue line, but it can't find its way through the pad of Nico Daenerys once again. Here it's Cole Richard. He'll go cross ice to Sammy Gerber. Gerber tries a shot and a good save from number 8, the goaltender of the men in green. Shaker in that first period, 1 shot, 17-7 in shots on goal, 14-4 in face-offs. It was 11-8 advantage Shaker. And we're still waiting for any unfair act to occur. No power plays given to either side. Here's a shot from Ryan Kiltz, looking for a good wraparound try, but nothing can find its way home. Here into the corner, battle for puck possession. The Red Raiders will take it as Kiltz wraps it back around to Ian Hunter. Hunter back over, looking over to Kiltz. Kiltz can't get there quick enough, but helping out will be Connor Mayhew to keep it inside the zone. He can't do it for that much longer, as it'll be number 29, Riff, keeping it in. Up to Joey Moore. Moore to Mayhew. Mayhew and Kiltz on the rush. Now here's a shot by Mayhew, and a good stick save by number 8, the goaltender for Medina. Here's a cross-ice feed from Walters. Walters to 66. Snellings. All the way from the boards. A shot from number 11. And it was a low percentage chance. He took the chance anyway. Colton Salima not able to bury it home. Nico Daenerys hangs on to a good performance. Less than 2 minutes expired here in the second period of action. Your Red Raiders looking to extend their lead from 2 to 3 if they can in this period. Let's grab some insurance. Lowell Rich is out with Arth and Salmon. That's the forward trio. Here it goes all the way up to Salmon. Salmon looks to center it. No one is home besides there was a B in the lane of that pass. Regardless, 13 minutes left to go in the second period. There's another turnover, first by Colin Arth. Once again, it's Arth, it's Salmon, and it's Rich, the defensive pairing, McGinnis and Benincasa. Braden White still yet to dress after his fracture in his hand. He looks to return as soon as he can, hopefully next week. We'll see if that's the case. The ideal returns day for him is next week against Holy Name, because Holy Name, after last time Shaker played Holy Name, it was a very dominant performance. I believe 9-1 was the final. And so that could be a good way to ease Braden White back in to this team. 12.5 left to go. Medina dumps this one down. If it's not on net, this should be an icing. It is not on net, and it is an icing. Richard will win the race there. He didn't have to, but it'll go down with a whistle. Face-off will be all the way on the Medina side of the ice. 12:31 left to go in the second. Jenkins will be the man to take the face-off. He's up against Sammy Gerber. Gerber wins it. Over to Brokaw. Brokaw back to the point for Quentin Garnett. Garnett keeps it inside the blue line. Up into the corner for Sammy Gerber, looking to center it over to Lenahan. There's a B in the lane. He can't get the pass through. Now Weber looks to go cross ice all the way to Tabora. And icing is waved off. So Tabora will pick it up into the corner to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to center it over to his 51 Weber. Nothing doing. Here's a shot. It'll go wide. May have been tipped. Centering pass behind the net. Nothing doing. Here's a blast from number 5, Elliot Thompson, but a great save from Nico Daenerys. Once again, he hangs on to a 2-0 lead for his team. Face-off will be over to his left side. Kalergis and Hunter enter in as the defensive pair. The second line of forwards out as well. That means Connor Mayhew will take this face-off. He's up against Salima. Off the face-off, Salima poked away from. Shaker tries to clear it out. They can't just yet. Keeping it inside the point was number 44, Greaser. Mayhew off the boards to Moore. Moore off the backhand makes a turnover. Hopefully it doesn't end up costly. Keeping it inside was Christopher Walters. Along the board, Kalergis dumps this one up to Kiltz. Kiltz isn't able to stick with it. There's a bad turnover to Joey Moore. He takes a shot on a good breakaway chance off of the turnover in the offensive zone. Great opportunity for number 24. Just could not execute in the end. And this one will end up on net, and we will get a whistle. And it looks like we've got a roughing call on Joey Moore. And head coach Matt Bartley and assistant coach Ewing talk things over with the referee. But regardless, it looks like the Red Raiders are going to have a penalty to kill here. Gerber taking the face-off. And good work by Will Brokaw to eventually get it out and out to the neutral zone. Brokaw takes a man down. That was Albright. No call on the play. It was just incidental contact. Brokaw and Gerber, the two forwards, the defensive pair, Benincasa and Quentin Garnett. Albright enters into the zone, looking to center it. No one open, so he'll just dump this one up to the point. It's Thompson. Thompson skates around the other number 5 on the ice. That's Sammy Gerber. Over to Porter. Porter takes a shot. That can't find its way through. Jenkins into the corner. Sends it back around behind the net. Skating around in the corner. A shot is made, and that was tipped wide. Number 12 was on the shot. That was Albright. Porter can't keep it inside the zone. Good work by Quentin Garnett to dump this all the way down. Will go on net. That is a shot on goal. May not have been high percentage, but stats are stats. Here's a shot. Low percentage. Good save by Nico Daenerys. That shot all the way from the corner. Centering pass to Jenkins. He'll take a shot. Rebound is given up, but eventually poked away by Andy Benincasa. And it's wrapped around the boards. Benincasa up against Porter. Porter held up along the boards. Benincasa taken down to the ice. No call. Quentin Garnett dumps this one down. Good work by the Red Raider penalty kill team. The Red Raiders going to get some changes. Currently, it's Arth now out with Connor Mayhew. The defensive pairing, Ian Hunter and Jonathan Kalergis. Here's a blast all the way from the point, but it was tipped by a man in front of the lane. That blast from the red line of center ice That was from Porter once again. Now here, sent all the way down the ice. It was Snellings looking all the way up to, I believe, Logan Weber. But the pass just can't connect, and sometimes that's the name of the game. It'll go on net. He'll cover it up for the face-off. Nico Daenerys hangs on, still to a 2-0 lead. Salima taking the face-off. Up against Ryan Lenahan. Face-off. A bit of a tie on that one. We'll see how that goes in the stats. Sammy Gerber, the captain, moves it forward. He's with Ryan Lenahan. Up to Ryan Lenahan. The pass goes. He was looking to drop it off to Sammy Gerber, and eventually he'll work to get the puck on his stick. Here's a shot. Short-handed opportunity there for the Red Raiders. But now, or excuse me, that was not a short-handed, as Joey Moore has exited the box. Sebi Juan wraps it around to Sammy Gerber. Shot by Ryan Lenahan, a second chance, and I believe that hit the post. Great work there from number 26, just couldn't find its way home. The scoreboard remains the same, a 2-goal deficit. And there, oh, my goodness. A clearing attempt into the Red Raider defensive zone ends up finding its way onto the Red Raider bench. Luckily, no one is harmed. 8:32 left to go in the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here from Meadville, Pennsylvania. It'll be Connor Mayhew taking the face-off to the right side of the goaltender. He's up against Petito on the face-off. It will be won back by Shaker, but winning the rush back will be Steffi, the Medina man. Can Medina get anything done here? It's turned over to Ryan Kiltz in his defensive zone. Now up to Richard. Richard can't get a good shot away as Syriac is in the lane. Number 14 sends a shot on net. That was Theron Petito once again. .807 left to go in the second period of action. This is both of these two teams' very first game of the Meadville tournament. Last year, Shaker was able to get the job done 2-1 against these Medina Bees. But then they lost their other two. They're looking to change the narrative. Or excuse me, they lost another and tied the other. They went on then to lose Dayton Stealth after those 3 set games. They lost that 9-1. Will Brokaw moves this one up to Sammy Gerber. Good breakaway opportunity. Good defensive effort by number 44, Greaser. Oh my goodness. Owen Greaser playing Sammy Gerber just right. Good stick lift on the captain. And now a bad clearing attempt, however. But eventually they get the job done. Greaser on that bad clearing attempt. Lenahan, Brokaw, and Gerber, the forward trio. That first line of defense out as well for the Red Raiders. Here's a centering pass. He was looking to get it over to Sammy Gerber. Gerber already has 1 goal in this game. He had the first one. The second goal was scored by Ryan Lenahan off of the awkward bounce. It was great awareness from Ryan Lenahan. Nevertheless, it was just an awkward sight to see that goal. Will Brokaw goes cross ice. This time he was looking at the captain, Quentin Garnett. Garnett now sends this to Sammy Gerber, the co-captain. And he'll just flip this one in. Bad clearing attempt. It'll hit off of Will Brokaw and stay inside the zone. Now Medina clears it out. What can Shaker do? Can they dump it right back where it came from? Eventually it'll be Cole Richards skating it in. Shaker getting some changes, what seems like after a while. Ryan Lenahan heads to the bench. Will Brokaw does the same. Here's another great chance for Colin Arth. He'll dump it in and send it around into the corner. There first will be Greaser. Greaser wraps this back around the glass this time. McGinnis keeps it inside of the blue line. He was looking to dump it deeper into the zone. Up to Colin Arth. Arth can't stick with it, and eventually he's taken down to the ice, no call. Salmon with a shot from the blue line. Centering pass from Lowell Rich, and that can't find its way to Salmon. Now Medina dumps this one all the way down. Icing is waved off. McGinnis wins the race there, wraps this around the glass, gets it back to Aiden Salmon. Salmon also cannot move this one forward. Centering pass broken up by McGinnis. Medina will have to just dump this one into the corner. And eventually it'll wind up back with the Red Raiders. Benincasa with a poke of the stick will send it to the neutral zone. And back to Teddy McGinnis it goes. And once again, we're back to that possession back and forth. But now a great pass all the way up to number 11. He'll take a shot, and that is very much wide. The shot there from number 11, Colton Salima. And it'll fall to Porter in the neutral zone. He's got a great chance up against Teddy McGinnis. Centering pass over to Salima. Here's a shot, and that'll find its way over the net. He just held onto it for too long. A centering pass goes nowhere. Nico Daenerys hangs onto it and awaits a face-off. Everyone take a breather for a minute. The Red Raiders under fire. Those last couple of moments, so with 5:19, face-off will be over on their side of the ice. Taking the face-off is going to be Connor Mayhew in that second line of forwards. Second line of defense out as well. Here's a good chance for Connor Mayhew. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. He'll drop it off to Kiltz. Kiltz looking to send it cross ice to Joey Moore. Can't find his man. And Connor Mayhew try to drop it off in the slot as well. Once again, there is a Medina B there first. Mayhew dumps this one all the way down. Joey Moore in the neutral zone. He can't receive the pass cleanly. Jonathan Kalergis off the boards, looking to get it up to Ryan Kiltz. Didn't know it was coming his way. And he'll have to settle for an icing here as it'll fly right past him. And as the Black Eyed Peas play here at the Meadville Recreational Center, we will move all the way from one side of the ice to the other. Salima is going to take this face-off against your Red Raider, Ryan Lenahan. He'll win this to the freshman defenseman on that first line of defense, Cole Richard. Richard sends it to Garnett. Now Ryan Lenahan, and Salima's playing the man. And it looks like we might have a penalty here for a hold, and it looks like we do. Pennsylvania referees have different rules to follow. If you are not playing the puck, you cannot play as physical. Face-off will be to the left side of the goaltender, number 8. 4:32 left to go. Face-off won by Shaker. Brokaw gets it back to the point for Quentin Garnett. 4 forwards out, 1 defenseman. The lone defenseman is Quentin Garnett. The 4 forwards going to be Brokaw, Lenahan, Moore, and Gerber. This one dumped all the way down the ice. It will go on net. And Nico Daenerys going to leave this one for Sammy Gerber to take out of the corner. Dumping it up to Joey Moore. Moore leaves it behind to Will Brokaw. Brokaw sends it back up to Quentin Garnett. Couldn't receive the pass cleanly, so it'll fall back to Brokaw. Brokaw with a nifty spin move. Now he'll enter it into the zone himself, looking for a toe drag. Instead, it'll fall to Sammy Gerber. Still loose out in front off of the shot. And now Lenahan takes a man down. Good play from number 26. Now here's a good chance, and Sammy Gerber was looking for the tip on the shot all the way from the blue line. Will Brokaw centers this one to Ryan Lenahan, and he couldn't get a good shot away. And with the glove, a man is taken down after the play. And now looking to face wash Will Brokaw in front of the crease. We'll see if we have anyone headed to the box here. Taken down to the ice after the play was Quentin Garnett, I believe. We'll see if we got any penalties being assessed here. Doesn't look like we will. Surprise call, or excuse me, no call from the referees after the late hit, after the whistle. But the Red Raiders already with a power play here for 104. It was number 11, Colton Salima, getting called on the hold. 3 36 left to go in the second period. Lenahan taking the face-off for the Red Raiders. He'll win it back to Will Brokaw. Brokaw to Moore. Looking to center that into the slot for Sammy Gerber. And eventually Garnett looks to do the same. Garnett keeping it inside of the blue line with the use of his body along the boards. And he'll leave it to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan can't get a good centering pass away, so he'll drop it to Joey Moore. Leaves it in the corner to Will Brokaw. Brokaw centering pass, no one home. Sammy Gerber picks it up, and a pass goes nowhere as well. Now Ryan Lenahan looking to center it over from post to post to Sammy Gerber. Now a wide open shot. Held on to it for what could have been a costly amount, but the net was wide open and a desperation save from number 8 couldn't do the trick. The Red Raiders, with exactly 3 minutes left to go in the second period, have taken a 3-0 lead. Good stuff from your Red Raiders. Getting a power play goal, it seems to be a rarity for them. But a good power play goal for Shaker Heights. Third line of offense now out for Shaker. And a mixture on the defensive side. Currently it's Benincasa and Kalergis on the defensive side. Third line is going to look like Colin Arth, Sebi Juan, and Aiden Salmon. For the moment, Benincasa can't keep with the puck. A centering pass, however, for Medina is broken up by number 22, Colin Arth. Porter was the man on the attack for the men in green. Salmon with speed, looking to get to the puck first here. There's no icing. He's up against Greaser. He'll play the man along the boards. Bad pass goes to Colin Arth. He technically had a goal, one of the 2 for the Red Raiders in that U.S. game, but it was indeed an own goal. Arth looking to send it back to Sebi Juan. Juan can't center it back. Playing the body was number 11, Salima. He's the man that just had that holding call that resulted in a power play goal for the Red Raiders. Dumping this one down the ice. It's with Medina. Now off the boards to Jonathan Kalergis, and he's looking to wrap this one around the boards, but I think we've got a penalty. And it'll be a high sticking on number 14, Andy Benincasa. We'll see what this means for the Battling Bees. Brokaw taking this face off to begin the penalty kill for the Red Raiders. They've killed one already in this game on the Joey Moore hold. Or excuse me, it was a Joey Moore roughing. Here we go up to Sammy Gerber. Gerber looking to move it around Greaser. For now, he'll wait to send it to Brokaw. Brokaw on the short-handed rush. He'll take a shot. And rebound is given up, and he'll just take it into the corner. He's once again up against Greaser. Greaser and Salima. The 3 Battling Bees in his way. Here's a shot from Brokaw, and it'll go wide. Now he'll hop off for a change, and replacement is Connor Mayhew. Number 5 and number 6 out on the forward side for the Red Raiders. Here's Sammy Gerber working to get it over to Connor Mayhew. But nothing doing. Weber will clear it out over to Snellings. Snellings didn't know, I believe that was coming to him. And now Weber looking to send it back to Snellings once again, and it just will not work. Good toe drag there from Connor Mayhew. He couldn't get a good shot away, as eventually there are just too many bees in his way. 1 minute left to go in this second period of play. Now we hit the 1 minute mark on Benincasa's penalty. So just about 2 seconds separate the two. If the Bees do not score in the dying minute of the period, those final 2 seconds on Benincasa's high sticking will move over to that third and final period. Here a bad pass sends Medina all the way back to their own respective side of the ice. Behind the net, it's Salima looking to move it forward. We'll see what he can do on the rush. He'll send it all the way up to Porter, and he's on a good chance here. And the shot goes wide. Kalergis will track down Porter into the corner and get it on the stick of Ryan Kiltz to eventually dump it out to the neutral zone. Now up to Ian Hunter. Hunter off the glass, just wants to clear it out, can't do so just yet. With the help of Kiltz, can they do so? Battle along the boards for puck possession. Here's a shot from Porter to end the period, and that'll go wide. And I don't believe we have any ice cuts for this one. So we will stay put. We'll take a very brief break, and we will be right back in just a few minutes as both of these two teams will be getting set for the third and final period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Von Ullum. Shaker up 3-0. And thank you very much for tuning in here on our live broadcast of the Shaker Heights versus Medina, Ohio matchup here out in Meadville, Pennsylvania. This is the first game for both of these two teams in their runs of this tournament. There are 3 scheduled games to begin the tournament. There's one today on a later Friday slate. There's one morning slate tomorrow, and once again another night slate tomorrow night. Shaker has 2 minutes of penalty kill here on Benencasa's high sticking, and right off the face-off, Sammy Gerber's going to hang on to it. Benencasa is out of the box. He'll head right to the bench. Your Red Raiders up at a 3-0 score. Thank you very much for tuning in here from Meadville, Pennsylvania. My name is Von Ullum, and we're going to be calling these games all weekend long. Here's a centering pass. He was looking to go up to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan tries a secondary chance, and it'll go wide off to the right side. The first line of offense is out for the Red Raiders. A different forward line than we're used to seeing. For the moment, it's Sammy Gerber, it's Will Brokaw, and it's Ryan Lenahan. Normally, instead of Ryan Lenahan, we get Connor Mayhew. Not the case here today. Off the boards, Medina moves it forward. Syriac plays the body against Cole Richard, but just cannot get to the puck quick enough. And now Syriac with a booming hit along the boards against Sammy Gerber. And after that hit, he's a bit worn down. He's going to hop off to the bench. Ryan Lenahan holds onto the puck in the corner. Can't find anyone to center it over to. And a cross-ice pass goes all the way off the boards. Jenkins going to be the one to pick it up off of Ian Hunter's turnover, but he'll send it right back to Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter goes cross-ice, looking at Kiltz, and I believe that did hit off of him, and yes, it did, so icing is waved off. 13:35 left to go in period number 3. Shaker up by 3. Into the corner battle for puck possession. Shaker comes out with it, but can they stick with it for a long time? Not right now. It's Ryan Kiltz in the corner with Joey Moore, and eventually the Red Raiders do escape out to the point with it, but they just dump it right back into the same corner. We'll see if Medina can clear it eventually. And there, physical play from Joey Moore, looking to center it over to either Ryan Kiltz or Connor Mayhew. Neither man able to pick it up. And now we go back to Mayhew. Mayhew wraps this one around the boards. Kiltz is there to pick it up. Kiltz loses it along his stick, and Medina will take the opportunity to dump this one in the neutral zone. Medina going to take some much-needed changes, and there a bad pass from Shaker will go as an icing. Good work there from Shaker, keeping Medina on their heels, keeping it in their defensive zone and Shaker's offensive zone. Just not able to bury anything home. So Shaker 1 for 1 on the power play. And Medina 0 for 2 on the power play. So we'll see if that's something Shaker has improved upon over these past couple of weeks. The power plays just have not been working as well for the Red Raiders. I believe they scored a power play goal against US as well. Here's Lowell Rich on the rush, up the right wing, looking to center it to, no one is there. I believe he thought Colin Arth was still up that far. Here's a good chance for the Medina man, and a great save by Nico Daenerys, keeping this a scoreless affair for Medina. What a save from number 30. I believe that was Salima, number 11, on the rush forward, and he was under pressure by a Red Raider, and now off of the changes, Sammy Gerber, the captain, going to give a fist bump of recognition to his goaltender, Nico Daenerys. What a save. He had a phenomenal save in his performance against Dayton Stealth. It was a 9-1 game, but don't discredit the positives for that number 30 in the crease today. He has worked much on his goaltending skills. He really flipped a switch against Olentangy High School in that Bowling Green State University tournament. Something just clicked, and ever since then, he has been on some sort of streak for these Red Raiders. Has he had losses? Sure. He lost last weekend against Gilmore Academy, but he kept it a very good, respectable game. There has been no game in which it hasn't been respectable, in which he's gotten the start since that Bowling Green State University game against Olentangy High School. Here it's Will Brokaw moving around Greaser. Greaser, however, will stick with it. Brokaw on his knees, just trying to send it back to one of his defensemen, and eventually he does to Ian Hunter and Teddy McGinnis. That's the defensive pairing currently. Brokaw going to hop off. Lenahan will as well. Moore is already on. Kiltz and Mayhew going to join him. And into the corner, Kiltz is going to take it. He whiffs on sending it around the corner. Here's a shot from Mayhew, and Kiltz almost had a great rebound opportunity. McGinnis takes a shot from the point. A centering pass there from Moore won't find its way to Mayhew. Now Medina takes it the other way. We'll see what they can do. Off the glass, number 23 moving in to the Red Raider defensive zone, and now he holds it behind the net. Bad turnover from him. Shaker will be taking this one the other way. That was Evan Steffi on the rush. Now Mayhew on the other rush. That shot just a bit too elevated. Great opportunity for number 6 of the Red Raiders. This time Kiltz can't keep it inside of the blue line. It's Medina the other way once again. Number 14 on a shot. And that there is blocked. There was Petito on the rush. And now we've got a hold, it seemed, by the Red Raiders, I believe. And now Kiltz moves this one forward. And we'll see what kind of penalty we have here. It will be Joey Moore heading to the box for 2. 10:06 left to go in period number 3. Shaker up by 3. And now they've got 2 minutes of penalty to kill. Once again, so far they have limited Medina to, well, not scoring any on their 2 power plays thus far. In those first 2 periods, Shaker really winning all the stats. They are 19 for 17 heading into that second intermission. 30-20 on the shots, 25-13 on the shots on goal. Shaker's just really been doing well in this game. Just a different kind of momentum for the Red Raiders in this performance against their in-state competition in the out-of-state tournament. And we're awaiting a verdict on this penalty. We're yet to get anything up on the scoreboard. At first, the referee signaled 2, so we can assume that's what it would be, unless they decided to upgrade it to a 5-minute major. I don't believe that is the case. Maybe it's just an issue with the scoreboard. Still awaiting any sort of motion on the scoreboard. Now we'll get a 2-minute. Now the referee is saying, no, it's a 5. So are they going to change this up? I believe they're upgrading this to a 5. But the ref is signaling over to the bench that it is a 5-minute. Now the referee talking to each coach on each bench. Surprised this is a 5-minute major for the type of aggressive showing that these Red Raiders put on every day in Ohio. Pennsylvania just a lot more secure with their high school players. .10:06 left to go. Shaker, I believe, has a 5-minute major to kill. For the moment, the scoreboard says 2. We'll see what happens after the 2 minutes are off the clock. If Joey Moore remains, or if not. But I believe this will stick as a 5-minute major. Here, Quentin Garnett attempts to move it forward. And now it seems like he's got a 2-minute roughing and a 2-minute interference on Joey Moore. So perhaps it'll just be a double minor, a 4-minute on Joey Moore. We'll see if that holds up. For the moment, it's taken over by the Medina B, number 7, Walters. Now he looks to send it over to Jenkins, and he does just that. Jenkins behind the net, wraps it around the boards, gets it to a fellow battling B. Back to Jenkins. Back to, I believe that's Porter out there. Porter wraps it back to Jenkins. Jenkins looks to center into Walters in the slot, and he can't get a good shot away. Brokaw takes the opportunity off of the whiffed shot and dumps it all the way down. Shaker holding on to a 3-0 lead. 9:08 left to go in this third period. Shaker holding their own in the first game of the Meadville tournament. Here's a shot. Good pad save by Nico Daenerys. Now a great chance for Walters. He'll take a shot, and I believe that was blocked by Benincasa. He laid out to get in the way of the shot, and that's just a very respectable hockey player for anyone watching. That's just a play that you have to respect. Putting your body on the line. The assistant captain leaves it for number 12, and he'll take a blast all the way from the blue line, and it'll end up back up at the point. The original shot was from Carson Albright. Now up to Connor Mayhew. Shaker really struggling to clear. They just need to dump it down, and they still are unable to, but I believe here the puck flew up and hit the ceiling, so that is ruled as out of play, and we await a face-off on the Red Raiders side. Shaker struggling to dump this out of their zone. Now off the boards, Kalair just sends this to a Medina player. That said Medina player sends it to Tabor. Tabor can't keep the puck on his stick. Shaker's going to take the opportunity to dump this one down. Hits off the stick of Greaser in that Medina zone. He's under pressure by Brokaw. Brokaw trying to get the puck for his own. Perhaps take a good opportunity to take it the other way. Here, a physical play in the neutral zone. We'll get it back to Shaker. Shaker dumps it back down. And now we get another 2 minutes set up on the scoreboard. Here's a shot there from number 11. But it'll go wide. Carson Salima on the shot. 7.5 left to go in period number 3. That means we are past the halfway point of the final period. Snellings holds on to it. That's number 66 for the men in green. Now he'll keep it with him and take it up the right wing. Will he center it himself? He'll try, but a good poke from Nico Daenerys, a secondary chance, and it is loose and behind the net. It'll fall to Cole Richard. Richard tries to dump this one down, and now he's sent into the boards. No call. Surprising off of what these Pennsylvania referees have been calling here today. Now, dumping this one down, it's right to a Medina B. Shot is tipped, but Nico Daenerys once again all over. Cole Richard sends this one back around the boards, looking to get it to Jonathan Kalair, just it's out of his reach. Here's a shot, and a good glove save by Nico Daenerys once again. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in this third and final period. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker has put on a show in the first game of their tournament run. Arth taking this face-off for the Red Raiders. And it'll be Medina winning it. Porter sends it up to the point. Here's a shot. Good save by Nico Daenerys, but it's still loose. And there's a battle for the puck possession, and eventually coming out with it is indeed number 22, Massimo Porter. And with 6.5, Nico Daenerys lets in the first goal of the game. Not much he could have done there. The penalty kill was really struggling for the Red Raiders. They were struggling to get it out of their zone at all in those final minutes of the penalty kill. And so it felt like eventually Medina could get it done. And that is exactly what did just occur. 3-1, still the lead for the Red Raiders. However, in this period, Medina has the point. This is a period-by-period tournament scoring arrangement. This one will go as an icing. But what that means is that because Shaker won those first 2 periods, they will get 2 points. Because if Medina keeps this period the way it is, they will win a point for the third period. If you win the game overall, you get 2 more points added to your total. So if this score remains the way it is, Shaker will take 4 points home because they're 2 period wins and the win of the game. And Medina will take home a point as well because they won this period so far. Here's a shot from Ian on a rebound, given up. Sammy Gerber looking to bury it home. It's still loose out in front. Now playing physically up on Sammy Gerber. He has him headlocked in the crease. We'll see. I don't believe there's going to be any call here. 5:53 left to go in the third and final period. And a face-off will be to the right side of the goaltender, number 8. Wish I could give you a name on that number 8, just not on my roster. So our apologies. We can tell you that it will be Petito up against Connor Mayhew on this face-off. And this is offsides. Shaker's going to need to touch up, but not sure Kiltz knew it was offsides. He touches up behind the net of number 8. And in doing so, we're going to get a face-off outside of the Medina blue line. 5:51 to go in the third and final period. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Here from Meadville, Pennsylvania, Shaker has the lead. They're up 2 in a 3-1 game. Kalergis dumps this one into the corner. Greaser's going to get there first. He has no options except for to wrap this around the boards, and there is a man there. It was number 23, Evan Steffi. And now to Connor Mayhew in the corner. Not sure what's going here. It looks like we might have an interference going for the Red Raiders. They're going to nab Jonathan Kalergis on the penalty. It was in the corner of the Red Raiders zone. That is a rough call to take if you're the Red Raiders. The coach is clearly not happy with it. Off the face-off, Medina holds it. And that shot there all the way from number 12, Albright. But it'll be tipped up and into the netting. We await a face-off right where we last had it. Nico Daenerys' left side, our right side. Jenkins on the face-off. And off the face-off, he's taken down to the ice by Sammy Gerber. And they dump it all the way down to the Medina zone. Good work by the Red Raider penalty killers. Cross-ice feed to the assistant captain, Walters. Can't pick it up cleanly. Brokaw leaves it for Sammy Gerber. And it just gets away from his grasp. Now it's with Thompson. Thompson sends it over to Porter. He's the lone goal scorer for Medina. He got that one into the back of the net just moments ago, but here a bit too ambitious on the rush. It's going to be an offsides on the men in green and white. Gerber taking the face-off once again against Jenkins. Winning it is going to be the Raiders. They dump it out into the neutral zone. Medina dumps it right into the Red Raiders zone. Here's a chance for Porter once again. A good save by Nico Daenerys with a pad. Good work from Nico Daenerys here today. Really controlling this game, keeping the Red Raiders in it. Here's another shot, that time with a blocker from Nico Daenerys. Porter looking for a shot. Brokaw moves him off the play, and he will move it up himself. Medina takes it right back in. Jenkins takes a shot, and a good block from Benincasa. 4:20 left to go in period number 3. Sammy Gerber against Porter. And eventually, Gerber will bump him off the play, but it'll fall right back to the Medina Porter. Number 22, there's a man held up into the corner, and that's Quentin Garnett. There's no call. And now here's a pass. He was looking to go cross-ice to find Albright with the empty net. And now Brokaw takes a man down, standing him up. And my goodness, this has become a bit more physical over the past couple minutes. What a big hit laid down from number 13, Will Brokaw. Along that blue line of the Red Raider defensive zone, he's making his presence known on the ice. Good work from the Red Raider penalty kill so far. 25 seconds left to go on Kalergis's interference minor penalty. Here, dumping this one down, it's going to be Richard Mayhew, who's looking to pick it up and perhaps get a shorthanded opportunity the other way, just not able to get the job done. Here it's Greaser up against Hunter and Mayhew. Who wins it? Eventually it will be Shaker as they get it to glide all its way over to Nico Daenerys in the crease. He'll cover this one up for a whistle, and the faceoff is upcoming. It'll be over to his left side. Taking the faceoff is going to be Ryan Lenahan. 3:38 to go in the third. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Hope you're having just as much fun as we are here in Meadville, Pennsylvania. Medina, the competition, of course. Salima taking this face-off, and he'll win it back to Snellings. Snellings to Greaser, taking the shot, and that goes wide. There's a man in his crease. There's no call on it. No goaltender interference. And now we'll go back to our set lines. For the moment, the first line of offense is out for the Red Raiders. However, we do have a mixed-up defensive pairing, as it's Cole Richard and Ian Hunter. Off the boards, this one travels all the way to Greaser. Greaser goes to his co-defenseman Snellings. Snellings off the backhand. Finds his forward, but he turns it over. Now there, it was Salima trying to move it forward. Doesn't work. Medina struggling on the passes here in this game against the Red Raiders. 2:50 left to go in the third period of play. And now here's a great chance for Will Brokaw, creating a turnover along the blue line. He'll center this one over. He was looking to get it to Ryan Lena, and he can't make it work. Oh, great opportunity. He was just trying to get a little too fancy. Moving it around the goaltender, number 8, just doesn't work out. Nico Daenerys just has to cover this one up. There was a Medina B heading right towards him. Ian Hunter was playing the man. Good work from number 2. And really good work from this whole Red Raiders squad today. They have been doing some good work to begin this Meadville tournament. Perhaps playing with a chip on their shoulder. This face-off is taken by the Red Raiders with 2.5 left to go in the third. But as I was saying, perhaps a chip on their shoulder from that rough loss against the GLHL rival University School when they lost by 6. 8-2 was the final. Today they come out with a different kind of momentum against the Medina club team, Battling Bees, and this one will go as an icing on said Battling Bees. Face-off will be all the way from that Medina territory. Jenkins is the man to take the face-off. He's up against the sophomore Connor Mayhew, the one sophomore on the Red Raider team. And here, it will be won by Shaker. Kilt's looking for a shot. Can't get a good one away. So now Arth has to track this one down into the corner. He's up against Thompson. Here's a good chance for Kilt's to center it back to Mayhew in the slot. But there was a B right in the lane. Now back behind the net. It falls to Kilt's. Kilt's finds Arth. Arth with a shot. He was looking to send it up into that top left corner. Just not able to fit it through the hole. 90 seconds left to go in the third and final period. Here's a shot, and that goes wide of Nico Daenerys' net. Now Thompson holds on to it. He moves around Colin Arth. Thompson looking for a shot. And that is a good save from Nico Daenerys. 1:17 left to go in the third and final period. Shaker hanging on to a 2-goal lead. 3-1 is your score. With the way this tournament is set up, they will escape with 4 points in the scoring. Medina is going to escape with 1 point in their scoring. Once again, if you win a period, you win a point. If you win the game, you win 2. At the blue line, Greaser keeps it in, taking a shot. It's tipped out in front and still loose, but eventually it'll escape into the corner. There's a pass all the way. Looking to send it up to Sammy Gerber, but he can't find his way. Now here, a wound-up shot from Ian Hunter, friendly fire. Ryan Lenahan was in the way. It would have gone very much wide regardless. Here, Salima dumps this one in. Kalergis will get there first and attempt to clear it. Shaker can't do it just yet. Here's a shot. And, took an awkward bounce off of Ian Hunter. Nico Daenerys all over it. And Shaker took the opportunity to clear it, but instead they dump it into their own bench. Once again, some friendly fire. Luckily, no one is harmed on that Red Raider bench, and we will get a face-off going on in that Red Raider side of the ice. Mayhew taking this face-off. He was up against number 37, Jenkins, once again. Gerber over to his co-captain, Quentin Garnett. Garnett all the way up to the sophomore, Connor Mayhew. Moves right around that defenseman. Oof. Made him look silly. What a good effort by Connor Mayhew. Looking to bury another one to add to his totals on the season. Just couldn't find the back of the net there, even though he most definitely outworked that defenseman. Here it's back into the corner, and eventually Medina works to clear it out. Sammy Gerber keeps this one in, but no shot will be taken, as that will take out the final 15 minutes of the third period.
Player of the game is Shaker, number 5, Sammy.
And we have a player of the game for the Red Raiders announced by the stadium announcer. They'll give it to Sammy Gerber. He had that first goal of the game and the last goal for the Red Raiders as well. They had goal number 3 and goal number 1 for Shaker. A great effort by the Red Raiders as they enter into the Meadville tournament. They win this one by a score of 3-1, taking 4 points into the scoring because they won the first and second period. Did lose the third, but they did win the game. So it was Nico Daenerys starting in the net here today for the Red Raiders. We can assume it'll be Michael Better starting it off tomorrow in the morning game against Meadville. We will see you then. For now, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Let's hit you with some stats before we go. Shaker won the face-off totals 30-26. They won shot attempts 39-37. Shots on goal, however, the big differential 32-24. And on the power play, Medina had their chances, but they only went 1 for 4. Shaker only had one chance. They capitalized, making it 1 for 1. So, once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Here from Meadville, Pennsylvania, my name is Vaughn Ullum. We will see you tomorrow for the morning game and also later for the PM game. For now, have a good night. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We'll see you tomorrow.